Probably safe to say the cell phone towers that handled your calls today, or maybe the GPS system or satellite radio you used or listened to in your car, involved the work of tonight's newsmaker. When I first interviewed Ryan Pratt 5 years ago about the company he founded in 2013, he was Greensboro's Entrepreneur of the Year. Today, his company's in a new building and has more than double the number of employees, as well as the products it sells. And as you're about to see, a key in all this success has been developing a future that fosters creativity. You may think it would be a stretch to compare traffic like this to guerrilla warfare, but when it comes to the electronics in all these vehicles, it very much is.
We're a scrappy guy. We're in there fighting, clawing, and against some big competitors and a big market.
And this building in Northwest Greensboro is a warfare command center of sorts. Welcome to Guerrilla RF. The word guerrilla represents a small company fighting against larger forces. RF stands for radio frequencies, on which just about all wireless devices operate. In simplest terms, Guerrilla RF designs and sells the tiny microchips in much of today's wireless infrastructure. More on that in a few seconds. Ryan Pratt is the company's founder and CEO.
And so this has somewhere around 50 to 60,000 different die or microchips on it.
Each chip is so small, you can only see it through a microscope like this one.
So what our chips do is we have a variety that are amplifiers. Okay. So they take an electrical signal and make it bigger.
And they're in many of the 5G and earlier generation cell phone towers in use today. But one of the biggest and fastest growing markets for Guerrilla RF is automotive. In fact, when you see a car with a shark fin antenna on the top, there's a good chance that car has a Guerrilla RF microchip in it that allows the satellite radio to work.
It needs to hear a very faint, distant signal coming in. And so what it does is it takes that faint signal, it amplifies it up so the radio can receive that signal.
Much of the company's success has been finding niche markets where it can grab a lot of market share quickly. For instance,
2, 1, 0, ignition. And liftoff.
With so many companies like Elon Musk's SpaceX launching into space multiple satellites that'll eventually enable us to make cell phone calls or use the internet anywhere in the world, Guerrilla RF entered this satellite communications market earlier this year.
How close do you think we are to me being in the middle of the desert and being able to speak with someone on a 5G signal carried by a satellite? How close are we?
I think we're probably about 3 years.
Sounds like the cell tower may be obsolete one day.
Yeah, well, I think it'll always be there because the satellites are going to be more expensive. What I think the satellites are really going to be good at is backfilling where you can't get a tower. There are many places in the world where you can't put a tower, like in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the desert. It doesn't make sense.
But despite all the ever-changing technology the company works to stay on top of, and the talk of guerrilla warfare from a competitive standpoint, Pratt feels a key to the company's success is the unique work culture here. You see, despite all this open lab space, each Guerrilla RF employee still has a private office. There are no cubicles.
So we wanted an environment where people could concentrate and work, get in a flow and do what they're doing.
But that doesn't mean there aren't casual places where workers can interact. There's a modern auditorium-like area for company meetings. There's even a bistro for meals and coffee breaks.
You offer unlimited paid time off.
Yes, correct.
Why?
What we don't want is these very creative, highly talented people to get burnout. That's a big problem in our industry. Everyone here has very clear expectations on what they need to do, what they need to get done. And at the end of the day, it's up to their manager to make sure they're getting done what they need to.
Yeah.
And that work, Pratt feels, will continue to drive the company forward, much like automotive technology will continue to drive you forward in the years to come. And it's going to get really interesting as more battery-powered and self-driving cars hit the roads. Now, despite all of Gorilla RF's record-setting sales growth, operating in such a technical environment's very expensive, especially when it comes to research and development. It's been tough to make a profit. Now, Gorilla RF went public in late 2021, trading on the over-the-counter market's QX tier. It's a way to raise capital and get the word out about the company. Now, Pratt is considering uplifting the company to a more senior exchange like NASDAQ in hopes of spurring the growth even more. He feels with that possibility, combined with the rapid growth in satellite, 5G, and the automotive sector, profitability is very much on the horizon.
So, Neil, just how committed is he to keeping this business in Greensboro? We know a lot of microchips come from, for example, California.
Or Southeast Asia, perhaps. Very committed. He grew up here, has family here. He's a Dudley High School and North Carolina State University graduate. But he also says this area actually has a great pool of semiconductor talent. So it'll be fun to watch this local company ride this high-tech wave.
Yeah, very interesting.